God, there's a hot guy. Welcome back to me wanting to die. I thought I would make it a double feature, right? I went on a hot girl walk this morning on the beach, like I used to. I'm getting my personality back. And then I went to Barnes & Noble with my gift card. Why is there a man next to me? I'm wearing the hat still, shut up. Barnes & Noble it's my Disneyland, if you will, because everyone that works there obviously loves books. They're so nice. The lighting is too inconsistent to yap. Let's just yap when I get home. First off, look at her in all her glory. Oh, I asked the girl at Barnes & Noble's. I was like, girl, how do you say his name? How do you say his name? I just need someone else to say it in real life. And she's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. And like, I think it's Resand. And she's like, you can say whatever you want. I'm like, thank you, girl. Thank you. But I can't do that. My head won't let me do that.
Feyre and Resand, it's really easy once you know. I know the spelling is confusing, but Feyre and Resand.
I'm at war inside. Anyway, what was I even saying? I forgot how much I love going to an actual bookstore. I wanted to buy all of them. They had a sale too, and I was like, Sienna, no. Because it was like a buy one, get one half off of rom-coms. And I was like, Sienna, no, stop it, no. So, we got the Raven on the front, AKA our boy Reese. I was supposed to be making a matcha while I talk about this. Anyway, I went on a hot girl walk at the beach this morning, and then I went to go to Barnes & Noble's, and I walked around and got my book, and now I'm gonna make a matcha because I have a lot of editing to do because my last vlog, which you will have already seen by the time you see this one, is a chonker. It's so much editing because I edited the rough cut, which is when like I just go in and just cut what I think I'm gonna do, and then I go in and refine it and take things out. That alone is an hour and like 11 minutes. Girl, chill. It's a chonker that I'm editing, so I need a matcha. This is my favorite matcha on the planet, and it is the jade leaf matcha. I run out of this tin all the time. Anyway, I forgot how much okay, I can't multitask. Anyway, I forgot how much I love going to the actual bookstore because it's an experience. It is my Disneyland. There's too many noises going on right now and I'm going to lose it. Sometimes I think back to my childhood and like how certain things like textures, sounds bothered me and like blah, 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 and how my mother didn't think anything was wrong with me. Like, that's what's wrong with the older generation. They have no idea. They're like, why are there so many ADHD and autistic people now? Bitch, you just didn't notice it before because everyone frowned upon getting mental health help. You guys thought that you were all normal? Okay, be so fucking for real. Your parents came from the war. You're not normal. Oh, it makes me sick. Ugh. You lay down, meaning what I used to do. Anyway, why is this still here? I can never even remember what I was just saying because of that, because of this, because of everything. Barnes & Noble is a religious experience. One thing that my mom and I used to do in my like childhood, she and I would go to Barnes & Noble and we'd go to the little cafe and we'd share a dessert and we'd have tea and she would let me pick out whatever book I wanted and she'd pick out her book. I want to rip my own ears off. We'd share a sweet treat. We'd drink our tea and we'd read our books at the cafe. That's what I was trying to say. No. That is a religious experience. Anyway, oh my God. I signed up for a rewards card. Let's find it. Because that's the only place that you can get me to sign up for anything. The girlie, I was yapping to her about the book. She was so excited that I was reading this. She was like, girl, did you just finish A Court of Thorns and Roses? And I said, yeah, girl, yesterday. She's like, I would give anything to be able to reread it for the first time, and you reading that for the first time, buckle up. And I was like, girl. Anyway, I got a rewards card because she was like, girl, you need it because you're gonna be coming back and getting the rest of the books. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I want a physical book. I love a physical book. I love my e-reader, love my Kindle so much, but it's good to mix it up. I love a physical book. Anyway, I got a Barnes & Noble little rewards card. I love being back in my book era. I love this. I'm a booktuber now, okay? I'm part-time whatever I do and part-time booktuber, you know? I kind of want to make TikToks about this. That could be a way for me to do TikToks, you know what I mean? I don't know. Good morning. I am in a good mood because the sun is shining and the third book in the ACOTAR series I started. I finished filming my A Court of Mist and Fury reading vlog. Hefty. When I tell you there's like 4 hours of footage and editing that, whew. So I don't think you're gonna see that before this. But when you see this, that's coming very soon. That's the video right after this. So the video right after this one is going to be my reading vlog for A Court of Mist and Fury. I am gonna start filming my reading vlog for A Court of Wings and Ruin today. I did read a little bit of it last night. I couldn't help myself. You could not pry me away from that book. And I'm loving it so far. Oh my God. I didn't know how I would feel about it. Not gonna give any spoilers, but I just didn't know how I'd feel about the beginning of it. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm eating it up. Automatic 5 stars. I swear this series has crack in it. Anyway, that's not the point of this. I can't talk about the book too much or else I'm gonna wanna sit down and read, and I can't do that right now. But I am going to dedicate a chunk of time now to doing Depop. It's the blight of it all. It takes so long to do Depop. It's a very long, enduring task, but I'm gonna do it because I just fed Sadie, my sourdough starter, and I wanna make a blueberry sourdough. I wanna make a blueberry sourdough loaf later today when Miss Sadie has done her peak rising, whatever. Until then, perfect timing for me to chunk out doing Depop and then some editing if I have time. Let me show you, I have all of this to list on Depop. I have more than this to list on Depop. This is just what's been the backlog of what I need to list. So that's going up first, and then, I can't stop myself. Like, look at her. That's my SD card for my reading vlog, so I don't get them mixed up because a lot of stuff. And I'm theming my highlighters and Post-its with each of the books because, you know, it just makes sense. I did blue with Court of Mist and Fury, but oh my God, I love this series so much. It's so crazy when you're like obsessively listening to something over and over on repeat, and then, you know, you stop and you start listening to other things, and then you hear something from what you were obsessively listening to, and it's like, whoa, you're taking me back. Tate's album just came on, and I'm like, oh my God, I had this on repeat. I am putting up numbers this year for my Spotify Wrapped. It's actually gonna be concerning. I go up in minutes every year, but this year, every single day, to do anything that I have to do that isn't filming directly talking to the camera, editing where I have to listen to myself, I have music in my ears. I'm scared what my numbers are gonna be. Also, how do some people only put up like under 30,000 minutes of listening time? Like they only listen to 20,000 minutes. How? The entire year? What are you doing? I do know that some people prefer to not listen to music in the car. They like to be on the phone. Could not be me. Could not be me. Or whenever they're doing anything, they like to talk to other people. That's where we differ, because what? No, I need music to start my day, to end my day, to do anything. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta bump that shit up. Quick intermission to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. If you're looking to launch your online brand or side hustle, Squarespace has you covered with tools that make it all easier. With Squarespace, you can create a website that looks custom built, and their new design intelligence uses AI to help you build a site that fits your brand perfectly. Squarespace also makes managing payments so pain-free and easy. You're set up to receive payments fast with options like Apple Pay and Afterpay for more flexibility. And if you're selling content like courses, memberships, or even digital products, it's simple and seamless. You can easily set up your site to share or sell your downloads or products, making it easy for your audience to access your creations. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use my link squarespace.com/Sienna Mirabella to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I listed a bunch of things on Depop, as well as, I had clips from when I don't remember, when I was filming my ACOTAR vlog. It wasn't supposed to be just a reading vlog. I had other stuff in there, and I forgot that some of it I did want to include in a vlog. So let's journey back really quick and watch those things that I talked about, whatever that I filmed, and then come back to reality. Cutest thing ever. She's like, please don't bother me. She was the one that informed me that there's a giant spider. Okay, he was right there. There was a giant giant And I let spiders crawl my walls without killing them because I'm lazy and I think whatever, and I don't want to hurt them. This hoe, I don't even know where he went, and now I'm scared, but we stopped. The floors are clean. Maybe that was actually not a good idea because of that. That's still dirty. And now, okay, I'm gonna have to shake that probably really well and then vacuum it. So I have found myself at a standstill. I have a whole gaming channel. I want to start making Sims content, but here I am with the perfectionism and stuff. I don't know what to do in terms of storyline, location, because the game is so vast now. Like there's so many worlds. When I did my Sims series on this channel, we did a couple and they lived in San Myshuno, and I like loved that. Obviously I don't have that couple anymore because now I'm super safe with my game and I'm trying to like back things up, and so there's no corruption, there's no losing things. Don't have that couple anymore. They wouldn't work if I tried. But I want to do Sims videos. I have been saying for months, okay, this is the time I'm gonna do it. But in order to do it, so I'm building my own save file, right? I was talking to ChatGPT about like, I feel so overwhelmed because I can't build an entire save file from a blank save in like X amount of time to do my content, but I need to start doing Sims content. And he was like, just focus on the worlds that you're gonna film in like the beginning of the series or like whatever. That's the thing. I need to figure out what world we're gonna be playing in. Like, what's the theme? I didn't wanna name it my own name, like my Sim self, but like low-key I liked the idea of Sienna in the city, like Sex in the City, you know, but I don't want to do my Sim self as my first series out the jump. I like that idea. I like that name, but do we want to do it in San Myshuno? I just don't know. I wanted to do like the Brindleton Bay coastal vibes, but then at the same time I don't, because I could. So like, I don't know. I need everybody lock in, chat, lock in, comment things below. What do you want to see as my first series on my, because like the whole thing is I want to have like a not a legacy, but a Sims LP that I can take multiple seasons, you know? Like I eventually like to get to family gameplay. Like we have a single Sim living her life. She's gonna meet her husband and they're gonna have kids and live their domestic little life. That's gonna happen, right? But how do we start it? And then I'll do other series on the channel, but like to start, I need to do like a girly living somewhere doing something. Do we like Sienna in the City? But I don't want to name it my own name. That's just so weird. We could do somebody else in the city. Somebody in the city, right? And we do a city LP, like where she's starting off in the city, and we could start it being in like San Myshuno or like an apartment building, residential rental in another world. Or we could do the coastal one. But now that the new expansion came out where there's like all these hobbies and businesses, there's like tattooing, there's pottery. And I wanted to have the vibe of maybe a girly living in Brindleton Bay, running a little pottery shop outside of her or inside of her house. You know what I mean? Like next to it. I wanted to have a girly running a little pottery shop that's attached to her wherever she lives. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like, do we want to do that in Brindleton Bay? I like Willow Creek only because Willow Creek gives New Orleans vibes and I love New Orleans architecture. So like, but I don't think I want to start a world in there. Do we want the coastal vibes at Brindleton Bay and a single girly running her pottery shop there? Or do we want somebody in the city and it's living in an apartment? So that's what's slowing me down on getting Sims content out there, because I'm like, okay, I need to build the world and the lore for the world that we're going to mainly play in. Yeah, I know that people always ask about my Sims stuff, and I want to do I want to be a Sims YouTuber. I've always wanted to be a Sims YouTuber. I just think that that's so me. But I'm having trouble with my perfectionism and with everything of where do I start? Is it even that big of a deal? Yes, it is to me, okay? So I want to make what you guys want to see for that first series. And I will link my gaming channel below if you want to subscribe now. There's nothing on it yet, but there will be. 15 minutes of yapping. I said 2. Lying through my teeth, and I didn't even know it. Welcome back. Just finished listing things on Depop, like I said, and now I'm going to edit for an hour or so because I'm waiting for Sadie. When she rises, I want to make a blueberry sourdough loaf today. But until then, I have like a couple hours, I'm going to just edit because I have so much editing to do. I always underestimate how much or how long editing takes. Hours upon hours, days. I'm always like, yeah, I'll just like edit chunks of hours here and there. Girl, you need to block out like over 8 hours to edit things, girly. You need to chunk that out, especially if it's like a longer video like the reading vlog. That's just the update on what I'm doing. We'll regroup later. 2 bad bitches at the same damn time.
We're being introduced to Cassian, and this man Here's a line browsicle. Is the third book not Iron and Flame?
That's a totally different series.
Series. You can take it back, I don't want it. So I learned what a shadow daddy is. My type on paperback.
Let's float test this bitch. She hasn't doubled in size, but it's 1 o'clock. And with the timing of everything, and she looks bubbly as, you know? So I have faith in her. Let's float test her. Just a little doll. Oh, I need, what the hell is this? What? Oh, well, you floated. You're floating. Oh no, my timer just went off. Stop. What? For what? Okay, let's get this scale and let's get cooking. Hello, Feyre, darling. Oh, it's gonna be in my head forever. Hundo 20 grams, let's go. 310 grams of water. I feel like this is my cauldron. 16 grams of, I was gonna say sugar, salt. Alrighty. I run through flour with this shit. No! Okay. Okay, you guys gotta stick together though, you know what I mean? This is a unit. Damp cloth on Miss Girl, and she's gonna sit for an hour. Can't go anywhere without my posse. I just did my first stretch and fold with the sourdough, and I told myself I was gonna take the opportunity in between the 4 stretch and folds, 45-minute increments. I'm going to read A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I'm gonna start my reading vlog. I'm gonna sit down, film the intro to that, and then film me reading or catching up on the post-its of what I read off camera, then read live, whatever, it's a whole thing. But yeah, if you wanna watch me read the ACOTAR books and you want my reactions and me talking all about that, those are in their own separate videos because I knew that it would be just way too much to do in vlogs. And also I read them so quickly that I don't even get vlogs. I don't vlog that often, you know what I mean? So just reading content. I love doing reading content. What can I say? I found my new thing. I'm gonna go do that. And yeah. Let's get my handy dandy tripod, AKA my fruit bowl. My sourdough is baking. And we all know I'm a perfectionist, right? And I thought, you know, I expected failure in the beginning of my sourdough journey because like everybody fails in the beginning. I did it perfectly in the beginning. Like my first 5 loaves, or I don't know, however many loaves up until like 2 loaves ago, perfect. Stunning, gorgeous, I just kept getting better and better. And then all of a sudden, shut up. The starter was not rising as fast as she normally would, but she passed the float test. And so I keep her in the fridge. I'm gonna take her out, feed her. Maybe she just needs to be out at room temperature 2 days of feeding versus just right out of the jump. But she passed the float test. So I assumed that like Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, and if she passes the float test, she's ready to use, right? But my last 2 loaves have just been flat. You can't eat it flat, but like not the rise that she normally has. And this one, you saw it coming out of the thing. It's like a pancake. And I'm just like, whoa. I did all my stretch and folds. The bulk fermentation is throwing me off lately because like temperature matters, how many degrees it is in my apartment, blah, blah, blah. But like bulk ferment, I would let it go for 6 hours. And I thought my apartment was like 71 back when I did that and it would be ready to proof. But now I feel like it overproofs so quickly because when you do the little poke test and you stick a finger in the dough, and if it rises back too quickly, she's not ready yet. If the hole stays sunken and it doesn't move at all, it's overproofed. If it just comes back slowly, it's perfect. And lately it feels like when I do the poke test, it's slack and it stays, and it really slowly, like it's overproofed. And I'm like, it's been 4 hours. I didn't think bulk fermentation it's a science experiment. And it's annoying me because I started perfect. But she's done. Let's take her out and see how pancakey she looks. Oh, I'm in a bathing suit because I'm going to the pool, if that wasn't obvious. She's not horrible. She's like a premature baby, but she's just so precious. Let's see, here's how she looks. Like, she's not bad, but she's not, her height's not, you know, hiding. I want to make a blueberry loaf, but I didn't do the measurements right because you're supposed to add less hydration in the beginning and I didn't think of that. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. As you could tell from me being in a bathing suit, I am going to sit at the pool because the UV index is back up to 9, okay? You remember, you haven't seen the vlog yet, but in the vlog where I'm reading A Court of Mist and Fury, rainy, gloomy all weekend, I had to stay indoors the whole week. It's the weekday, it's a weekday, but the UV index is 9. I'm outside, okay? I'm outside because I missed my weekend of sitting in the sun and reading. I'm gonna go sit at the pool. I'm going to read A Court of Wings and Ruin, continue reading that, continue filming my reading vlog for that, and then come back and I have so much editing, so much work. Hello, Pharaoh, darling. Is he even British? Is he even Klaus? Oh, that was rough and insufferable. You can't see shit. Our little pancake, we're going to slice and freeze the slices because I want to. I don't know. Let's not make that scraping noise again. I got back from the pool. I just yapped to my reading vlog because I spent the whole time at the pool reading. In my reading vlog, I said, I don't know how I'm gonna go back. What's with the accent? It's just, it won't stop. I said it's gonna be crazy going back to reading regular contemporary and cowboy romances like after this. And I said, oh, I have like a whole thing, a TBR of all these books that are coming to my Kindle from my library. And then I was gonna show it on there, but I was like, no. This video is about A Court of Wings and Ruin, not my TBR. So we'll go over my TBR while I'm slicing bread, if I can multitask. Okay, so let me pull up the TBR so we can do this. So my TBR, oh yeah, also saw a reel that was so, I lost it. Oh, I hate that, no. Good thing I saved it. Call an ambulance, but not for me. And it says, when the short, sarcastic girl who's been bullying me all night asks what my type is. I love representation of my kind. I'm nice to women off the jump, but men, I'm gonna bully you the whole night because I'm just doing my part for women. I'm doing my part for equality. And it's up to you for me to be nice to you. Multiple men have told me, you're kind of intimidating and a little scary. And I'm like, oh my God, little old me? Who's afraid of little old me? Well, you should be. I have so many books. I need to cut this bread. Get this bread. Get that bread, get that head, and then leave. Oh my God, why can't I do anything normally? Oh, I need to sharpen this. How do you sharpen a serrated knife though? No, it's not bad. It's just not like, whoosh, you know? It's not big. Okay, let's slice her up. This is not a big enough cutting board. What was I thinking? That wretched sound. I need to get a bigger cutting board. Maybe I should just turn this up because it's not even imperative that you see me cut bread. It's just imperative that you see me yap. I tricked you all here. We're cutting bread. No, we're not. We're yapping. First book that is coming to me in less than 6 weeks is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. And then there's another book in that series that I have on hold as well that comes to me in like 8 weeks, A Cowboy Romance. I can only imagine what I look like trying to cut my bread. Okay, I did my best, and that's all you can do. Anyway, basically those cowboy romances by Lila Sage that have the cute covers, I wanted to get those. Now I want all my books as physical books, but like, chill. That's not how we operate around here. Oh my God, maybe this wasn't the best idea to talk about books while I'm slicing a sword through this impenetrable bread. This knife used to work so good. I need to sharpen it, but how do you sharpen a serrated knife? Okay, there's a slice. This I'll just eat. My God, I feel like I'm going to war. Oh, and then we have, because you know, if you've been watching my vlogs, you know, I love the When in Rome series by Sarah Adams because I finished books 2 and 3 in that series. Loved both of them 5 stars. So I have to only naturally read the first book because we always hear about Amalia and the brother in all the other books. So it's only natural that I read the first book because why wouldn't I like that? You know what I mean? If I've loved all the other ones, why wouldn't I like that one? But I love a standalone romance series because I love them being interconnected. I love when we get to see couples from past, but oh, I love it. So that one's gonna finally get to me in 8 weeks and I'm so excited, but I'm like scared because I love being in my fantasy world. It's just, and then after that, oh, I don't even want to explain this next one on my TBR because there's a reasoning behind it and there's a whole thing. So let me hack this bread first. So the next one is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, right? I have had this book before, I think on my Kindle. okay? I've had this book before on my Kindle. I love all Emily Henry books. The only one that I haven't read was this one. And I didn't want to read it because I loathed the trope of friends to lovers, because I have like PTSD of dating a man who has a girl best friend. Multiple, like, damn, double homicide. Not giving too many details, but it's sort of almost, I've never experienced friends to lovers myself because I never loved, you know, the friends. You know, but then there was just like one person who I was like, oh, this could be a friends to lovers trope. I can't give too many details because I'm just terrified of who watches my videos, because some people, they're like, oh yeah, I watched your video. And I'm like, you did? Go erase your mind right now. Men in Black style, go get your mind erased, because what do you mean? Basically, the only reason that I was even... The only reason that I was considering reading the friends to lovers trope in a book without being triggered from the other end of it, I was, you know, hee, giggling, kicking my feet, like, oh, maybe it'd be lovely to read about a friends to lovers trope, see how that goes, like, hee. Bitch, I still want to experience reading a friends to lovers trope without having inner rage, because now I kind of see the other side of it. I'm like, oh. So it furthers the point, because I've been on both sides now. I've been on every angle of this situation. You know what I mean? Like, I've experienced all that these situations have to offer. But anyway, I wanted to read it because I was like, oh, sometimes it's nice to, you know, read about things in life, blah, blah, blah. So I get that book in 12 weeks, and I'm still gonna read it because still curious. And I love Emily Henry, and I think that the inner rage will be suppressed enough, and I can enjoy that book and like picture it in a non-threatening way, a non-scary way. We can picture it and reframe it for my little thing. You know what I mean? I needed to explain the reasoning behind that because everyone knows, not everyone, maybe I'm just making that up, but that's the only Emily Henry book that I haven't read, and I need to yap about everything, okay? I can't just say, this is the next book on my list. Moving on. That will never happen with me. I have a degree in yapology. Then we have another book from the Done and Dusted series. And then we have, some of these books have been on here for so long. Let me get a thing. Some of these books have been on hold for months. That's just how it works when you get like Kindle library books, whatever. But now I love buying physical books again. So it's like, ooh. Anyway, the next book that I've been waiting for is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I get that in 16 weeks. No clue what that's about, but I know that I've loved a Christina Lauren. I think I've loved multiple Christina Lauren books. Could not tell you what they are now off the top of my head. Couldn't tell you, have no clue. But I know that I loved them, and I know that this book, clearly there's a reason it's on hold, so that's gonna be on my list. Nice fresh bread, frozen at its peak freshness. I feel so homesteady. Well, I'm not done yapping. All that bread cutting and I'm not done yapping. Let's get to the end of this. Then the next one in like 20 weeks, every summer after. I, again, don't remember what that's about, but it's a summary book. It's on here for a reason. And then in 24 weeks, we have by Abby Jimenez, Say You'll Remember Me, because I think it was Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. 5 stars, loved that book. I love Abby Jimenez, so I wanna read more of her stuff. And then I have Fourth Wing on here, because I don't know if I'm gonna wanna read it on a real book, or I might want to read that one on a Kindle, who knows? So I put it on hold just in case, and that's in 26 weeks. But I'm gonna buy all of my oh yeah, I did that because I don't like the cover of that. So books that I like the cover of, I'll buy them, and books that I don't like the cover of, I won't buy them. That's my new rule going forward. So the Throne of Glass series, it looks sexy, so I'm gonna buy all of those. Oh, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, that is my TBR. Those are the books that I have that are incoming, and I do plan to read Throne of Glass, and then Crescent series, the Crescent City series, Sarah J. Maas. I'm just getting through her whole thing, and then the Fourth Wing series, and then I forget what other series I had on my TBR that was fantasy, but I'm gonna go back, fantasy series, then read my contemporary. But with Throne of Glass, that's a big one, so I think I'm gonna have to break them up with like these as they become available, which is gonna be so difficult going from a fantasy world. Oh, and then I have the whole rest of the Elsie Silver Chestnut Spring series. Oh, and then I also wanna finish the Wild Love series. I think it's Rose Hill is what it's called. I wanna finish that, but I wanna buy those books because they're pretty. And I read the first one in that. So many books on my TBR. I've never had a more stacked TBR in my life. But anyway, I sliced my bread. I need to go edit for hours on end. So I'm gonna go in my cave and sit there for hours and hours, and I don't know when we'll link up, but we'll link up. Oh my God, it's me without the hat. Alert the church elders. I'm gonna end this vlog here. I don't even know what was in this vlog because I was filming it whilst filming this reading vlog and the last one, so I don't even know. And all I've been doing in the last 2 weeks is really just making my sourdough, reading my series, editing my reading vlogs, reading and filming me reading. So I'm sorry if this vlog was boring, but the reading vlogs are fun because reading the books are really fun for me. So I'm sorry that there's just not much meat to the vlog. I feel like I just really don't do much anyway. I'm just in this domestic era where I'm not doing much. I'm not leaving the house much, but it's about to be summer. I don't know. And if you want to watch me read A Court of Thorns and Roses, I uploaded that last week. And if you want to watch me read A Court of Mist and Fury, that'll be up tomorrow. And then if you want to watch me read this, that will be up next week. And then I will read the last one, and that one will be up the week after that one. Whatever. I'm gonna keep reading and filming my reading vlog, but I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. That was eerily innocent and sweet sounding, so, okay.